Reaching goals? Mindset? What is that? Today I'm going to tell you more about that. So, hi guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Sylvanery, and today I'm going to tell you how I personally reached my goals in the last few years because I did a lot. I'm going to show you my mood board, I'm going to tell you what to do, and I'm going to talk about spirituality and manifestation because this is what helped me a lot personally. Works out for me doesn't mean that it's going to work out for you. You need to find your own way. All I can do is tell about my own experience, and hopefully I can help one or another out there. Some of this self-improvement journey and self-love journey started like 3 or 2 years ago when it was COVID, because back then I started to read books. My first book was The Winner's Laws and Good Vibes, Good Life by Bex King. Help book. In every mindset book you're going to find something like, if you want to change your life, you need to change your mind. If you focus on the bad things only, then only the bad things are going to be there.
Okay, Zach, you drove here today
I did.
from your house.
Yes, sir.
How many red cars did you see?
I'm going to go with 62.
Oh, but do you know that?
No.
Okay, so that you can think of and you're sure, how many red cars did you see?
0.
Okay, but if I told you before you left your house that I was going to give you $100 for every red car that you saw on the way here,
Yeah.
would that have changed things?
100%.
Okay, so opportunity is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you wake up every day and you are not looking for opportunity, you will not see it. It could be right there.
Right.
It could be next to you at the red light. It could be right next to you parked at the CVS. It could be right in front of your face, but because you're not looking for it, you didn't see it.
Whatever you're focusing on is the only thing that is aligning for you, or is the only thing that you are going to see. You wake up and you tell yourself today is going to be a good day, then it's going to be a good day because you're only going to see the good things. If you wake up consciously with the thought, okay, today is going to be a bad day, then it's going to be a bad day because everything is going to be 10 times worse. So try to look up for that. And even if it's like in the middle of the day, if you see this, just tell yourself today is going to be a good day and just see what is going to happen. Of COVID, I wasn't really outside with other people, and I also distanced myself where I felt like those relationships are not good for me. And I started off with setting myself little goals, little by little. Most important things when you are setting goals is try to split it up in little goals and achieve them. Like what I did back then was to write down goals per month. So I also filmed myself on Snapchat. At the beginning of the month, I was talking about how the month is going to be like, because I also know that words have their power. So I am going to figure this and that out, learn this language, and I'm going to be on this level, and I'm not going to worry about this and that thing anymore without even thinking about it afterwards. At the end of the month, I used to watch those videos again, and then I thought to myself, damn, everything happened because this was just in my subconscious. This is how powerful words are. Talk your dream life into your present moment. I don't know what it does, but it is so important. And there is also a book, a whole book on that topic, which is called The Best Secret. I can attract the things that you want with the things that you say with your vibrations. So on the topic of vibrations, what are vibrations? People are assuming that everything is energy. You are energy, this plant, nature has its energy and vibrations. And for me, it makes sense because, for example, light is a vibration. Sound is a vibration. When it comes to human beings, I feel that if people have low or high vibrations, when a happy person is really happy, you also get happy all of a sudden. It's because of your vibrations. What they teach you in those books that you need to rise your vibrations. Having low vibrations means being in a state where you are not aligned with yourself and your body and your soul, where you are so focused on the bad things that you only attract the bad things. If you want to attract the good things, you have to focus on the good things. We all believe in this certain power, and I'm talking about the universe right now.
Witches call it spells, Christians call it prayer, spiritualists call it manifestation, atheists call it the placebo effect, scientists call it quantum physics.
Hey.
Everyone's arguing over its name. No one is denying its existence.
I'm just so happy to see people with beliefs that they have something in their life that gives them hope, that they can believe in, that they can trust in, and I'm just referring to all of this as the universe. Now, the next step is visualization. What does that mean? You write things down, it has like a big influence. I have so many journals, it just helps me. It is different from when I talk about it and I just think about it, especially when you cannot really concentrate. I have ADHD, meaning it's really hard for me to collect my thoughts. It's also visualization if you draw, like focus your attention on your goals. You can also talk about it. And another way, which became one of my most favorite ways, was visualizations through mood boards. And I have a bunch of mood boards on Pinterest and also in the background. As you can see, I'm going to get it real quick so I can show you. This is a video that I wanted to do for a long time already, but here you can see my mood board from 2023. Before I even started with YouTube, I filmed a video on how I made this. I didn't post a lot of videos which I filmed. I don't like to tell other people about my goals when I haven't achieved them yet. So now I can talk about it because a lot of things happen. So this is crazy, you know? At the beginning of the year, I had this thought. Like I did this and I was like, damn, how am I supposed to achieve all of this? Because as you can see, it's a lot. Honestly, I felt so much pressure in the first few months of the years until like February. Yeah, basically, I had the same questions. How am I going to achieve the goals? Well, you need to trust. You need to stop stressing about it. Most of the things you can attract when you just trust and trust in time. You can see I have a few books here because I was graduating last year, so I also have something with grades. Honestly, it was really hard for me. My grades were not really good at the beginning of the year 2022, but I made it. I made it. I just made it. I had a lot of fights with my teachers. People were like doubting me. Teachers told me to just give up with school because it's just a long story. It's not important anymore, but I did it. At the end of the year, I also wrote a lot of good grades. Then I wanted to take more time to journal. That's what I did. Read a lot of books. Those books I have right now. Got a new job. Here you can see Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar. And I saw him twice. Those houses. And here this view. Honestly, this was one of the hardest things. I thought I would never achieve it because I wanted to move out or something or sleep in a skyscraper one day. And I did in Singapore last year. Oh my god, at the end of the year, I cannot. At the beginning of the year, I wanted to start a job as a first aid person. I didn't do that at the end because it wasn't something for me, but I learned a lot about my first tattoo. YouTube, I started with YouTube. Angel numbers, I saw them so often. Going out into nature, I have, and reading. Being as cool as her from Black Panther. Oh my god, I love her. Investing, I did that. Prom was to plan prom. That's what I did. Oh my god, with my best friend. Yeah, YouTube self-care. How to sew. I learned that also in Cambodia from my auntie. Modeling. That's also something that I was like, damn, how am I supposed to do that? I had like 2 shootings last year. I was in Bali and in Cambodia and in Thailand. Oh my god. Going to the library a lot. I spent like half of the library getting those flowers. I got them for my birthday. Oh my god. Sleeping at such a place I did. You're going to see in the future vlogs. Skincare. Having healthy hair and long hair. My hair was burned. Diana is someone who inspires me a lot to be creative and independent and strong. She inspires me a lot, as I already said. Starting to DJ, that's what I started this year. Like a new wardrobe and stuff. Yeah, I would also say. That's what I did last year. Working out. Yeah, I did that. Morning yoga flow, I wanted to learn how to do yoga. That's what I did. Learning how to cook. Yeah, that's also what I did do in Cambodia. I learned from the elders. So this was helping me to have a vision of this. Yeah, so this would be a way of visualizing things. And as you can see, some of them made sense. Some of them were just motivations for me and inspirations for me on what to do in the year. And with most of the things, I would have never thought that I would achieve them. But you know, it's a big difference. For example, when it comes to school grades, whether you focus on not having the baddest grade or whether you are focusing on having the best grade. It makes a big difference if you are trying to avoid an unhealthy relationship or if you are working towards a very healthy one. And having something like this is just really good to motivate you. I also have it as my background. Those were pictures where I just thought, oh, that's the life of someone else. But no, it also happened. And I realized it afterwards. Like, I have pictures from a flower bath. How was I someone who was 18 back then, someone who was just at school, someone who hadn't had a job, someone who was only busy with school and whose grades were not really good? How was I supposed to achieve all of this? How am I supposed to go to Bali without any money? How am I supposed to take this kind of bath? How am I supposed to learn how to box and stuff? Everything came true in some kind of way, even if it wasn't like on the pictures and stuff. It still happened. Direct your mind to your goals. Things, the universe, or whatever you believe in is trying to do their best so that you can achieve those things. This power, this certain energy is going to send you opportunities. There were also lessons that I wanted to learn, like I wanted to become independent, I wanted to learn how to cook and stuff, I wanted to learn more about my own culture. And that's also what I did on a hard way, and you're going to see in the next vlogs. I'm really trying to edit them, but I'm a little bit perfectionist when it comes to my vlogs on my professional cameras. I had to learn on a hard way, but at the end of the day, I still achieved them. And when my speech at prom I mentioned was the speech from Chadwick Boseman.
I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time.
Everything is going to come into your way. Everything is going to work out when you really truly believe in it. And that's the next point. Believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You really need to believe in yourself, because you might hear it in some videos and some reels or something. If you want to achieve your goals, believe in yourself. Yes, you need to. People are saying it because of a reason. Because if you give up too fast, you will not know what is waiting for you. Please, you need to believe in yourself. If no one else does, you need to believe even stronger within yourself, and that's what I did. Believe in yourself, believe in time, believe in the thing that you are believing in. Do your own work and let the rest just evolve and do its own work. Because if you have a goal, you're going to find the opportunities. You're going to see the opportunities. Maybe those opportunities are always there. You can just not see it because you're not focusing on it, because you already gave up on yourself, because you already listened to other people who said you're not going to achieve that. Of course, that's what I needed to hear in the last years that I was in school, and I heard it all the time. You're not going to make it. If I would have believed them, yeah, I truly wouldn't made it. But I am such a stubborn person. You may know from my videos, it's hard for me to accept. For this, I am proud. Like in this case, I'm so proud that I never accepted the truth of other people, because the truth of other people might be their truth, but it's not your truth. And talking about this book again, which I already mentioned twice, please, if you see this, read it. The Alchemist is about a boy who's going on travels, and he has this dream, and he wants to follow his dream. He doesn't know what is waiting on him, but there is something waiting on him, and he knows it, but he doesn't know what. And on his way, he meets people who encourage him. At the same time, he meets people who laugh about him, because people think it's a joke, it's ridiculous, because they also didn't reach their goal. They also had goals, and they never did anything for it, or they gave up too early for it. That's what they're trying to tell him. You're not going to make it. It doesn't make sense. Just go back to your own life. Go back to your normal life. No, please. If you really believe in yourself, you can do it. Other people can make it. You can make it too. And on the topic of success and goals and stuff, I want to tell you something really important, because I feel like most of the people are not thinking about this. Jealousy. There is enough happiness for everyone. Only because you have something, it doesn't mean someone else can't have it. It is okay to be happy. Only because someone else has something that you want doesn't mean that this version of you, which also has it, doesn't exist. You can both have it. Isn't it so much more beautiful if you can share happiness? And stop putting yourself on a pedestal with other people. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That is so important when it comes to the topic of self-improvement. Never, 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 never compare your life to someone else's life. Your situation is far different from the situation of someone else. What you see on social media is not always real. I post a lot of things when it comes to my goals. I post my goals. I post the things that are making me happy because I want to share my happiness. At the same time, it's not like that all the time. Sometimes I lay in my bed and all I do is being on my phone, overthinking, like worrying. That's okay. That's normal. It's a part of being human. You are human, okay? And life doesn't have its highs all the time. It's not always like the same. It's not always going to be fun and stuff. Sometimes it's just going to feel like it's normal because that's life. But what if this boring life that you have right now is actually the peace that you always asked for? That is wow. Because that is so true. When I was in Asia, I was going through so many things, and all I wanted was being in my room, being with my family, and that's where I am right now. I feel so bored, but at the end of the day, this was the peace that I always asked for. So, gratitude. Gratitude is a big thing. You're not going to achieve anything if you are not going to be grateful. You see, I repeat the things that I say in my videos. And why? Because everything is connected. Everything is connected. The good mindset, your goals, everything has to change. And also another way on how to visualize things, as you can see. Why? What is that? Notes from the goals that I was just talking about. Look, that's something what I did in 2021 when I started with this self-improvement journey. And there I wrote down meine Glücksmomente unerreichten Ziele 2021. It's German and it means my happiest moments and my achieved goals in 2021. And as you can see, it's full. So this would be, for example, one of those. Damn. 2021. So as you can see, I wrote down, it's really private actually, but I want to show you still. So I wrote down goals for until December 2021. Social media pause, pass all of my exams, get those things done for my driver license, finding a way on how to regulate my emotions. But yeah, you see, those are actually simple things. It's not like having my dream car in 1 month, buying a house in 1 month. No, it needs time. It really needs time. Whether you climb up a mountain and go to the top, it needs time. My plans for my summer vacation in 2021. Buying books about mindset, learning more about the Buddhism, try out a new look, get some ear pierced. I have like little letters about my happy moments in 2021. Oh, this was in June 2021. So back then my grandma was sick, and I have written down here, my grandma is healthy. Back then there was COVID, so I don't wanna say a lot about it, but back then, at this time of the year, it was really hard to get a vaccination. Not everyone was able to get vaccination. So I was really happy when I heard that my parents were able to get some. And also back then I had a friend, and I remember how hard it hit him, so I wrote down that his parents are also healthy. I almost forgot. Oh, I really need to take the time to read everything again. Oh yeah. So this was in March, on March the 6th, I wrote down that I got my, how's it called in English? Zeugnis. And I had really good grades, and meaning that I can stay on the school that I was at. You know, also when it comes to the school, I don't know if I'm ever going to talk about it. Maybe when I have a podcast. I had to repeat one class, one year. And for me back then, that was something that was really not it. This was before my self-improvement thing, but I was so sad because nothing worked out the way I wanted to. But you know what? It is a part of that. Today I am so happy that I did that, because if I wouldn't have failed back then because of a boy, exactly. If this would have never happened, I would have never went to Cambodia. I would never go on a solo trip myself. I would never plan everything like the prom. I would never have met the people that I know right now. I would never be as close with my best friend as I am right now. I love you, Amy. That's just crazy. Everything works out. Of course, you need to do something to achieve your goals, but you don't have to achieve them right away. Sometimes it just takes time. The first step is the most hardest one, because before that we tend to overthink. You just have to do. Sometimes you just have to take the steps which are in front of you and trust the timing. I'm really self-aware, and I know that maybe it's not working out for everyone else, and some people are in a very, very different situation than I am. It really is helpful to have hope. It is so important to have hope, and that's why I wouldn't know someone else for their religion, because I just know as long as someone else is happy, I'm happy too. And I don't need to understand it. I don't need to understand why someone else is believing in something. Like, when I see that other people are hurt, that's something different. That's my reality then. That's something that I don't like then, but I cannot judge someone that I don't know. You need to start somewhere. All of those people that you look up to, they started somewhere. Also, like I do, I also started somewhere when it comes to confidence. It wasn't easy, and for some people it seemed to be like I'm just achieving my goals and I have luck. No, I have luck. Let me tell you something about that. Luck was a word which I was thinking about often in the last few years. Why does it seem to be so bad for some people that others have luck? In this book that I have read, that having luck is a sign from the universe that it is trying to put ways for you together that align with things that you want and that belong to you. Luck are signs from the universe. When I heard that, I had a completely different mindset. You can see everything as luck. You can also not see. And I think luck is something about perspective. You can be the luckiest person, but you can still not see it. That's why it's so important to appreciate things. Of course, luck plays a big role. The most important thing is what you put into it. That you are trying, that you keep sticking with the things that you want. Of course, I had luck on my way. At the same time, I had to do something for it. And it's not something that you see most of the times on social media. You don't see how people are struggling to achieve their goals. You don't see how people are truly feeling on their way. You don't see how often people were trying to give up. Every time I see something on the gram, like someone carving something into wood or something, yeah, it seemed to be very, very easy. But when you do it, it's not as easy. You know, back in my school time, I had a very wise teacher. I wasn't really good at school and stuff. And the problem with it was because I didn't want to. The reason why I wanted to have good grades or be on the school was because of my dad. That's something that I didn't want to do at the first place. I never wanted to go to the school. I had this teacher and I asked him, because a lot of other teachers were doubting me, is it really that I am not as talented as the other people? Do you really think, is it true that I'm never going to make it? And he said, it has nothing to do with intelligence. All it has to do is with motivation. You can achieve your goals as long as you're motivated. And after all the things that the teachers told me back then, this was my motivation, actually. And now this is like a moment where I just realized, damn, I'm happy that this happened. I'm lucky. I am so lucky that I had those teachers like looking down on me, because I think this was my only motivation during school, like to show them that I can do it and to show myself and prove myself that I can do it. But yeah, you can achieve everything as long as you have a motivation, as long as you really want it. Believe in yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. To be more rational, for example, you have a goal, you want to become a model. you have to do something about it. And how? Let me give you like a quick instruction. You need to think about, okay, what do I have to do? Inform yourself about the topic, then look what other people or other models are doing. You need to try, no matter how much you fail, no matter how often you get rejected. You just need to try, keep on trying, keep on doing. Or you want to write a good grade, so you need to study, you need to do this and that. And there are certain things that you need to do, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it like everyone else. I mean, work smarter, not harder. That's a big thing. You always need to learn. Also, when you are done with school, you need to learn about life. And in Germany, we say planen ist die halbe Miete, which means when you plan, you already did half of the things that you need to get done. That is true. Plan. You need to plan for your goals. I didn't really want to learn back then for school and for things that didn't really interest in. Learning at my desk was a burden for me. What I did then was go out and learn, like find strategies, find ways on how to achieve things. There's not only one way, there are a lot of ways. And you just need to find your own way and go your way. Go your path. Because at the end of the day, if you do all of this, if you believe in yourself, if you visualize your things, it's just going to help you. If you have a good mindset, if you think positive, if you delete all of the things that are not good for you, which are holding you back from your dreams, your goals, if you think about tactics and how to do it, and then just trust the process and take the steps which are right in front of you, it's going to work out. But it needs time. It's not realistic that you're going to become a millionaire in only like 1 month or 6 months. It's not impossible though, but it's not realistic. You can achieve it. If this is your goal, you can achieve it. But failure is a big part of it. And also in this book, it says, before you reach your goal, you are going to get the hardest lesson from whoever is out there. You're going to get the hardest lesson to see if you really want it. Whether it is your breakup, whether it is from this person that you actually need to get detached from, you're going to be tested. Life is going to test you. And you can show life, you can show yourself that you really want it and you got this. Trust the process, trust the time, keep the things for yourself, and just wait and see what is going to happen. I don't know if it helped you, but this was just all the things that I have learned. And yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. You are loved. You got this, and good luck. I believe in you. But